Hello, Aries. Welcome to Moon Dancer Tarot. This is your new moon reading for October 2021. The new moon this month is taking place in Libra. In the eastern part of the United States, it's taking place in the early morning of Wednesday, October 6th. So adjust for your time zone. But we're looking at this energy coming in with this Libra new moon and what it's going to mean for Aries. Focusing in on Aries over the next 2 weeks or so and what the energy will be with this Libra new moon. Please keep in mind these are general readings. They're not going to resonate for everyone. If it's not your reading, go ahead and check your other placements, particularly your moon or your ascendant, even your Venus sign. Once more, focusing in here for Aries. Libra new moon in Aries, what's coming in, what needs to be released, what are the energetic themes over the next couple of weeks with this new moon. Looking at Aries, new moon in Libra. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed. I really, really appreciate it. And let's just jump right in. Aries, what's going on with you? Libra new moon. All right, so right off the bat, there was some situation where someone may have turned away from you, turned their back on you in some way. It could have been a breakup, but it didn't necessarily have to be. It was just something where there was like an ending of energy, like, the diminishing of energy, where something was kind of going one way, and then all of a sudden it felt like a slap in the face, like just the energy kind of shifted, and all of a sudden you were kind of on the outside looking in, maybe a better way to say it. But it looks like there may be an apology headed your way. Knight of Cups here, paired with this Five of Pentacles and the manner it is, leads me to believe that whomever this situation was with, they may be coming back in and coming forward with some information. It's heartfelt, and it really could be an apology for a lot of you. More cards, please, for Aries. Looking at this new moon in Libra. All right. So I do think they are coming in with a message for you. This Eight of Wands here, again, it really does seem like they are coming forward with the need to tell you something. Page of Wands, again, is reiterating that same kind of message. And it looks like they're coming forward with some passion. So they may have turned their back on you in the past, but now they're coming forward with this information, and there's like energy behind it. There is some passion, some inspiration. Something has kind of changed and led them to feel like they need to rush forward at this time now with this apology and with this information that maybe you didn't have before. I do think that they're going to be they might be giving you the reasons for why they did this. And with the Justice card here, it looks like they felt that this was, what was best for everyone. This may be a situation, Aries, where they kind of decided for you and for themselves. They kind of took the initiative to decide what was best for everyone and made a decision without really, asking for your input. Because with the Five of Pentacles being here, it really felt like they slammed the door in your face, that they really just turned their back on you. So I do think they're coming forward with an apology, and that it is with an explanation for their motivations, and that they really did think they were doing the right thing is kind of what this feels like. Let's pull one more card before we clarify. one more card, please. So, Seven of Swords is a lot of the time lying energy, sneaky energy, deceitful energy. In this instance, with these cards, it kind of feels like the fact that they turn their back on you, they weren't giving you all the information, right? So I think they were hiding something. For some of you, it could be their, what their true feelings were. For others, it may just be, that they were hiding that they were doing this because they felt that was the right thing to do. Maybe they just didn't give you any explanation at all. And so that's where this deceit is coming from. Since they didn't give you any answers, you were just kind of left to make up your own and make your own inferences about their actions and why they did this. So maybe it didn't occur to you that they thought they were doing the right thing. But for a lot of you, I get the sense that they were hiding something about why they felt this was the right thing to do. Like there's still this sense of they decided this was what needed to happen. But I don't really know that makes 100% sense to you. It's like there's still a piece of information missing, and that's potentially maybe what they're holding back or what they didn't tell you before. But again, with this Knight of Cups here, I do think they are coming forward with an apology, and I do think they're coming forward with an explanation. There's a lot of messaging energy here, so I think you may be getting the full story. Let's go ahead and clarify. I want to see why this King of Pentacles is here. For some of you, you may be dealing with an earth sign, but not everyone. So I want to clarify this and see what this may be. Why is the King of Pentacles here for Aries, please? Ace of Wands. Something may have inspired this person to kind of have a change of heart and see that they actually can have stability with you. The King of Pentacles, is about really stable energy. A lot of times it points to finance and money and that kind of thing. But, at the heart of it, it really is a stable presence. And that may be something to do with why they chose the way they did. Maybe they didn't think that it could work, and now they're kind of seeing things differently, because there's a lot of inspiration here, like a light went on, that they kind of, right here, the image on this card, it just feels like a light went on for them, and now they're inspired, like they're seeing things differently. This light went on, things clicked, and now that they see things the way they do, they realize, maybe there is a potential for some stability here. I want to clarify this. Let's clarify this Seven of Swords. Well, I do think they're regretting not being completely honest with you. Four of Cups is, when you're not satisfied with the way things are. You may have regrets. I don't think things maybe went the way they wanted them to. Maybe they didn't expect to feel the way they feel now, or maybe they didn't expect to see things the way they see them now. But there's a sense that they're kind of thinking that maybe they did something wrong. They should have been more honest in the past. Clarify this Justice card. So with the Three of Rings being here with the Justice card, again, now that was alluding to, I said earlier, that they felt like they were doing the right thing, right? So Three of Rings, it's almost like they felt like they had to do the right thing for more than just themselves. Three of Rings is about teamwork and collaboration. So it's like maybe they felt that this decision or this relationship or whatever it was they had with you, or whatever you two were working toward or doing together, that it affected definitely more than just them, but I think more than just you and them. Like, there's this sense that it could have ripple effects and affect more people than just yourselves. And so, this sense of justice and that this is the right thing to do, um, that decision that they made and the decision that they made to kind of keep some things and keep part of their truth hidden from you. It's this sense that they needed to do this because it was the right thing for the greater good, for maybe you guys work together, and so it was like, this is what's best for our our situation, because we work in an office together and there's too many people and it just would mess things up. Or maybe you guys are friends and they don't want to pursue something with you because it would mess up the whole vibe of your friend group. It could be a situation where, now I keep saying this like it's a relationship because it really feels like it is. This Knight of Cups, it just feels that way. But let's say it's not quite a relationship. Maybe there was a situation where someone turned their back on you, but it wasn't in a romantic sense. Um, in that situation, it could have been maybe you guys were planning on doing something together. It could be anything, a business venture, maybe even just a vacation, but there was something that you were going to do with one another and they last minute pulled out. This Three of Rings Justice card could be, there were extenuating circumstances for why they did this, because their actions with you were going to affect more people than you realize. So it's something like that, where when they were weighing things out with this Justice card, well, you can't even see this. When they were weighing things out with this Justice card, it really was very much, they were not only thinking about themselves, they were trying to figure out what the fair thing to do, the just thing to do was for a greater group of people. All right, let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. So it also feels like when they turned away from you or turned their back on you or kicked you to the curb or whatever it was for you, it's almost like I'm getting two different things here. And honestly, both things may apply, but take what resonates and leave the rest. Number one, there's this heavy sense that they couldn't properly imagine a future with you. There is definitely passion here, and I do also feel like there's love here. Um, there's definitely strong emotion here. Let's say that. I'm confident saying there's a lot of strong emotion here and a lot of passion. But be that as it may, there was like this disbelief that they couldn't really envision how it could work out long term, or they couldn't see, they just, it didn't seem like a sure enough thing, so that was part of it. And if it was a situation that was going to affect more than just you or more than just them or your relationship, if it was something that was going to affect a lot of people and they didn't really feel secure that it was a sure thing, that was going to last and last and last down the road, then you can kind of see maybe why they decided, is it really worth risking all these people and messing up things for so many people beyond myself for something that I really can't envision working at this time? I mean, they couldn't really see it. And that kind of sucks to hear that they didn't have that kind of faith. But for a lot of you, that was what was going on. There's also this energy with this Three of Wands that they're wondering if it's too late. Like, has the ship sailed? So they're ready to come toward you with this apology, with this information that they did not let you know before. They're ready to come forward with all of this information and kind of come clean, but they're wondering if it's too late. They have this sense that they kind of think maybe that ship has sailed. Let's clarify this Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here, please? All right, so it looks like they've been kind of in their head about the situation, about how things went down. And there's a sense of even some indecision where they kind of have been wondering if they should come forward. Um, but then something changed. There's some sort of drama or conflict that kind of, if it hasn't happened already, that's kind of what's going to spur them. That's where this inspiration is going to come from for them to come forward with this info, because there's either a conflict that occurs, or it's just a situation where there's a lot of people involved and a lot of people talking. There's like a lot of chit chat, chatter, like too many cooks in the kitchen. Like maybe people are starting to kind of comment and to have their own opinion about what went down with the two of you. And that may kind of be irking them and igniting a passion, so to speak, where they want to come forward now and set the story straight, set the record straight. It may be that you guys get into an argument, or they get into an argument about you, or something to that effect. But there's this sense of like there's other people involved and tension is a little high, and there's definitely communication, but it's a communication with a little bit of abrasiveness. It's a little bit of aggression, and this situation, this energy, is kind of what moves them from this. Ooh, I don't know if I should come forward. I don't know if I should tell them all this. To what, I'm gonna tell them this. There's this catalyst that kind of sets them off to come forward. We'll clarify that Eight of Wands. Eight of Swords for the Eight of Wands. So it's kind of like, I think they thought, how I said a little bit ago, like things didn't really go the way they thought, or things didn't end up feeling the way they thought they would feel. There's that kind of sense where it wasn't quite what they thought it was going to be. With the Eight of Swords here, it's almost like they got even more stuck. Or if it's not that they felt stuck, it's sort of, there's a sense of entrapment or stuck in some way. So it may be that they're coming forward with information, and also they want to tell you that they haven't been able to move on from you like they thought they were going to be able to. They may be kind of trapped in their head because they didn't tell you the truth. They didn't tell you everything. There's things that you don't know, and you don't really you never understood their motivations. So maybe they feel bad about that, and that's kind of trapped them. But there's a sense that they didn't get to move on the way they thought they would. Put it that way. All right, let's get some advice cards for you, Aries. One more, please. Advice card for Aries. Oh, this one wanted to come with it. Okay. All right, Aries. So let me move these up for you. All right, we have the Fool card, the Strength card, the Ten of Cups, and then this Lovers card just decided to kind of take a ride out with the Ten of Cups. So the advice from the universe here is, number one, it's okay to take a risk. I feel like it was really hard what they did. Like, you're okay. You didn't wallow or anything, but it wasn't necessarily easy either. And the reason they kind of aren't sure if you're even receptive to them anymore is because you're not even sure if you're really receptive to them anymore. It's not that you don't still want this, but you're just not sure because a lot has happened, and even the fact that they're coming toward you with information, knowing that there was stuff they didn't tell you, that kind of feels deceitful to you, so there is a sense where you're kind of irked let's say irked. But the universe is kind of saying, yeah, things maybe haven't worked out before, but you might just want to go for it. You might just want to throw caution to the wind, because with the Strength card and the Ten of Cups, like, let's not even talk about the Lovers yet, just the Strength card and the Ten of Cups. Number one, it feels like a cycle is completing, because when you get a 10, that a lot of times are things being completed. So it coming as this card here in the advice, it feels like not only is a cycle going to complete, but it's completing with joy and happiness and contentment. You know, 10 of Cups is like happy family, happy home, all this joy, things working out. It really is sort of like the, I don't know, for me, it's just like the happy home kind of card, where like you're with your family or you're with people that you love and things just feel great. You know, the couple's just kind of their arms outstretched, just embracing their life, embracing that rainbow, and they just feel great. Kids are dancing, everything's hunky dory. That's the energy you have for completing this cycle. So it feels like with the Strength card that you have been hanging on to them. Like maybe you haven't really been pleased with them, but you didn't let go. You didn't let go, Aries. And there's a reason for that. So it looks like in this case, the universe is saying, you know, it really might be worth taking that risk, because you hung on for a reason. And the energy here really is about, you know, completing this cycle of all this not good energy, all this energy where you didn't know everything and decisions were being made for you, and the other person was worried about this, that, and the other. That's kind of going away. That's coming to a close, and it's closing with this really good, happy, stable energy. So then we have the Lovers card that just came out with it. So, you know, that's kind of saying like this partnership, whatever it may be, romantic or otherwise, is a good thing. It can really bring you happiness, and it's worth the risk. Again, you never let go of them, Aries. You hung on for a reason. I do want to clarify the Lovers card for you before we close it out. The Star card, that's hope. Hope, optimism. So I think that you have every right to be irritated with this person. You have every right to have it out with them. But don't forget that you never let go. You held on for a reason. There's a lot of potential for happiness still between the two of you. And they are going to be coming forward with information. And I do think they're going to come forward with an apology. So keep that in mind, Aries, and see what happens over the next couple weeks. I hope that this new moon is going to bring you wonderful things, and that things work out for you the way you want them to. Thank you once again for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon, Aries.